Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you in YouTube land. This is the Numismaniac, aka the Skipper, with my good friend Dale from CoinWorld UK. See, I'm pointing the right direction this time. And we got this young lad down here, DJ. He's our cartoon guy, even though he doesn't look like a cartoon. But he comes from the cartoon universe, so we know that that's what he's made of. So we're in for a fun afternoon, a couple hours here together, chit chatting.
Yeah.
I got at least one thing planned. I'm going to briefly go over Canadian decimal coins, past and present, and a little bit of information, and share a few coins. Anybody else? Once I'm done my blurb, of course, you're welcome to join us and show us what you're collecting. Discuss. We can do some trivia here. I'm sure that Dale would like some trivia. How's that sound to you guys?
I'm allowed to answer.
Yeah, sounds good.
You're going to be as cool as I was to you the other week, are you, Skipper? Please be nice.
Hey, I come on now.
No, I look forward to trivia, whether I get it right or wrong, or half right, half wrong, 50-50.
I always tell my wife I'm never wrong, but I'm technically incorrect a lot.
Do you know exactly what he said to me? Would you ever lie to me? I goes, I'll tell you this. I promise you, I will never lie to you, because that way you won't know whether I'm telling the truth.
And I can promise you that every time I go to sleep, I'm lying.
Exactly.
Nobody can't get rid of the fact. There's grandpa jokes. Stay away.
Zoe can't get rid of the fact. She goes, what are you doing? I said, I'm led down. I'm led down. There's nothing wrong with that. That is perfect. She says, that's not right. You're laying down. No, I'm already laying is going. Right? So when I'm doing it, I'm led down.
Heavy.
It is heavy. And she goes, no, that's not terminally. Anyway, she checked it on Google and it was right. It's not spelt as in the metal, it's spelt as an LED. Not like
I know that.
Yeah, which I'm telling, university graduate back there, that. But he make a great solicitor because she argues with you.
Well, that's because they question everything, you know.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. It feels like I'm on trial all the time.
We are. We're men.
Oh, did you hear about the there's a great American channel. I can't remember his name. I've only seen him a couple of times. He just pops up in the feed now. I enjoy watching him because he comes up with some really good truths. There was an experiment that a woman dressed up as a man for 2 years, right? Pretended to be a man for 2 years. And she went on dates. She went on trying to pull women, and right, how hard is it really to be a guy, basically? And she said, you know what? I feel sorry for men because they get put into a category all the time, like making the first moves, trying to go on dates and going over old history. And she went, I quit this. There's no way I can be a man. He goes, I really opened my eyes to. I mean, she did the experiment properly. She actually lived like a bloke for 2 years, dressed up like a guy, and it was like an insight to. But as soon as she was revealed herself as a woman, to the people that she was trying to date, and said, no, the persona changed to the females, and it was like, well, I'm so sorry. I was being mean to you. I didn't know, She goes, no, this is just an experiment. Cappy's Corner. But I thought it was really interesting.
Hi, Kathy.
And the other topic he went on with, it was Chicago, Illinois is changing the rules. And apparently it's a no bail or something like that. I can't remember. It's called a safety law or something like that. SAFTTY or some algorithm going across. Apparently, if you commit second-degree murder, you don't go to jail.
Mm.
So
What do
they
you do?
nicknamed it the Purge law. It's coming
Okay.
into effect. It's coming into effect in Chicago, Illinois, on the 1st of January. It may come into effect. It's not been passed yet, but it's been. But anyway, on the 1st of January or the 31st of January, 2023.
Well, I'm a little dumbfounded here because that sounds like something out of a sci-fi novel.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't get people off your property. You can't. I don't know what this is like. As he said, you know, this is like, huh? You shouldn't be even talking about this. This is like wrong. But yeah, if I find the channel, I'll put a link in. Because he speaks a lot of sense. It's like, what?
Are we heading towards Soylent Green again? Oh no, 1984. Kathy, the topic for today is, and this is a relaxed chat. You can talk about it, your collections. We do a little bit of casual trivia. You know, tons of things. I got some stuff here. I'm gonna throw a few paras in about Canadian coinage just so I can enlighten all you worldly people out there. Give you an idea, and then after I get you to fall asleep, we'll get Dale to wake you up.
Here you go. That's what it is. That Chicago, Illinois Purge law.
Wow.
Okay.
Coming in on the 1st of January, starting on the 1st of January 2023, Illinois. Illinois passes the Purge law that will allow 400 criminals to be released in 2023. And it's called the Safe-T Act.
Okay.
Good. Right.
I guess Canada needs to build a border wall now.
Yeah, Rock Butcher, nice to see you.
Belt Loop 29 is in the house.
Hey, Gary.
Belt Loop. How's it going, my friend? Good to see you. Today, I'm going to be doing some finals cards. Now,
Okay. So we got some different things. Maybe we can get DJ to throw some of the stuff up that he's doing on his channel.
Yeah.
I see it. All right. Well, let's kick this thing off then. We've got a few people in the house.
That's not very nice to say.
I'm going to be talking Canadian. So I'm going to go big for a sec here. There he is. And what we're going to talk about is the collecting of Canadian decimal coins, past and present. Now, understand that today the majority of those collecting Canadian coins, especially numismatic material, specialized in the decimal series, is quite a fun thing to do. It's popular and relatively a recent phenomenon. However, when Canada first got coin clubs started, they were formed back in 1862, that far back. But there weren't a lot of people collecting, of course, back then. There was very little interest in either coins or paper money. But 80 years after that, it started to pick up. And we had some folks that really got into collecting things like tokens, private coppers, and the private coppers served as a medium of exchange for quite a while. And they weren't really worried about the scarcity of these things. That's why they're quite cool to collect, because in a lot of cases they're hard to find. The current preoccupation with collecting decimal coins by date and variety arose in the 1940s. That was under the influence of a U.S. dealer by the name of Waite Raymond. Now, shortly after World War II and into the 1950s, Canadian pioneers J. Douglas Ferguson, Fred Bowman, and Sheldon Carroll and Leslie Hill attempted to establish the relative rarities of the decimal coins issued up to that time. In 1950, collectors in the Ottawa area, figures Ottawa, of course, we got the mint there, they started setting up scattered groups, and individuals formed the Canadian Numismaniac Association, the CNA. Its official publication and annual conventions actually began in 1954. And they serve to bridge the miles and facilitate the exchange of information and ideas. 2 years after the CNA was formed, the Charlton Standard Catalog actually came out. There we go. We got the Charlton Standard Catalog right there. And that is a bloody brilliant book, and every collector should try to get hold of one of those, and if possible, try to make sure it's current, because they keep adding to it. The early editions were pretty modest. Well, you well imagine we've added a lot of coin cents there, but they had a lot of pamphlets that went along with it, and line drawings and serious attempts to list and price the Canadian coins. They had, in the catalogs, you had tokens, paper money, and some metals as well. Now, the first hardcover copy of the 128-page edition actually appeared in 1960. By 1971, it had grown to 200 pages, and by 1978, a lot more stuff was thrown in there additional. Now you can use it for weightlifting. It's gotten pretty big. So that's a very cool thing to have. Of course, we've also got a lot of different spin-off associations that have developed since the CNA was first started. Now, building a collection is an individual thing, but decimal coin collectors and these collections can be formed in a variety of ways. The coins may come from pocket change, family hoards, the bank, the mint, or from other collectors. And in general, older coins no longer circulate, and the excitement of searching through change for missing dates has been diminished by the withdrawal of silver coins from circulation here in Canada. That's why you don't see a lot of us doing these coin roll hunts up here, because there's no silver in them. Unless it's a customer wrapped roll and you're lucky enough to get someone that did a collection dump. But as far as bank wrap rolls, never. What you'll get are commemoratives, much like in the UK. You get a lot of commemoratives that they collect. And some of those commemoratives, though clad, are worth a few bucks. So collecting is a matter of individual tastes. Some people collect by design type. Others concentrate on one or two denominations or monarchs, while some brave souls try to collect the entire decimal series. That's me. Regardless of which path you choose, there's a variety of coin boards, envelopes, and other supplies to help house and organize your collections. For reasons of security, many collectors keep their best coins in a bank vault, which does make sense. If you have high value coins, they should be secured. I try to maintain 7 levels of security in my house, and I don't have high value coins. I got some valuable ones, but if I had some gold coins that are worth $20,000, they're going in a vault. They're not going to be staying here. Another decision that must be made when building a collection is the minimum state of preservation that you'll accept when buying your coins. As a general rule, it's advisable to buy the best coins one can afford, and that's true. A lot of folks will get the crappiest coins. We call them fillers, coins that have been holed, and when I got a few of them too. So you try, if you can't afford the better quality ones, well, you can wait, or you can get a filler to put in, which is something that I've done. Now, on age, rarity, demand, condition, and value, the value of a coin on the numismatic market is dictated by a complex mixture of factors. One feature that those unfamiliar with coins often mistakenly believe to be of great importance is age. You can get some old coins and they're not worth that much. That age is a minor contributor to value, and it's illustrated by the fact that the 1969 large date variety 10 cent is worth more than the 1870 10 cent piece, a coin nearly 100 years older. It's based on rarity and condition, not just age. And so you've got to look at that. Finally, the state of preservation of a coin markedly influences its value. It's not unusual for an uncirculated brand new George V coin, silver coin, for example, to sell for 100 times what the coin of the same date and denomination would bring in well-worn condition. So condition is huge. So a classic. Okay, now this is my penny collection. As you can see, I've got them. I like putting them in albums. These are all raw coins. And the beauty about these here, it's much like the Dansko albums. You can see front and back. And you see that one shiny one there? That's a filler, believe it or not. Why? It's cleaned. But you can tell right away that one that looks brand new is clean. You eventually can build your collections up so that you've got something to be really proud of. And again, depending on how you want to collect the decimal currency, whether you want to move backwards in time, which I found cheaper, or start with the old stuff and move forward. And that's putting aside just throwing them into a jar. This is where you're actually organizing, using a Numista or spreadsheets of some sort to keep track of your collection and organizing it so you have, because it's a lot more fun when you have something you can bring out and look at every once in a while and say, oh, that's cool. What do I want to do with this now? Or someone comes over and wants to check it out. I know my grandkids love going through this stuff. So that's basically what I have. If anybody's got any questions on it, by all means, shoot me a question in chat. I'm gonna bounce these other two Yardbirds up so that they can talk to you as well here. There you go. Well, look at. I think DJ went to sleep.
Hello, testing the sound. 1, 2, 3. Hello. Oh, I'm back. Oh, sorry about that.
He's back. He's bad.
No, I'm only joking. No, that's really interesting actually, because people don't know this stuff. They don't know that you can get accessories. They can't get. Sometimes there is breaks and gaps, and they're forever looking for the coin gap that is missing. And I've noticed it a few times in the olden days on my other channel that I used to do, is that people would go, "I'll go and get this coin here." And of course, they'll be looking for it. Doesn't even exist, or it's just a museum piece. Mm-hmm. That was really, really insightful, because even though I got my British coins, this one here, starting on Canadian,
and he helps me with the British. Anyway,
yeah, I got to send some stuff over to you, as you know. But yeah, it's interesting. I mean, some of the Canadian coins have got names I've never even heard of, most of the names, like fish scales and stuff like that, because I think a lot of Canadian coins are overlooked and overshadowed by other collections. But they are absolutely amazing. If you ever get into Canadian coins, ask Skipper, Nick Molnar, John Cherm, obviously a lot of the Canadian people, obviously, because they know where they're going. They got the coinage there. Or even goers, you've got Edmonton Numismaniac Society, or Jason, or anybody really, anyone who collects hardcore collects. Now, I don't have a big collection, but every coin is impressive, and they are made to last. They don't, as we were saying earlier, because the coins are so dark, especially the large pennies and the smaller pennies. They don't give the camera doesn't give them justice how nice they actually are.
Not at all.
They are built to last, and they seem to hold up the test of time with the effigies as well. So
I'm all right.
So I'm sorry, I just had a message from everybody. Remember this channel? Absolutely lovely lady, Angela from Lady Billion. Sent a message on Instagram, and she's just wishing us well with.
Oh, wonderful!
Nice.
So I'm just replying back to her. I'm looking down.
As you can see, I do have American. This is my main album that I have in flips. But I also have, I must have 18 U.S. albums, mostly Littleton and Whitman, including type sets. So yeah, I got a fairly good size American collection here.
Yeah, I've got.
Going to talk.
I haven't got a big collection. I've got an okay collection, but it's not a big collection. I love the banknotes. I've got loads of as you know, I love the $1 notes, and I'll collect them to the end of time. But yeah, it is. I think again, it's the same as you talk about clad coins, because a lot of people going for clad and they're going for silver, not the clad ones. As a collector, I would try and get every single date. You got the plenty of coins there to do it with, and all the mints as well. Obviously, the older coins is going to be pretty hard with the Carson City and many others like that, and New Orleans, especially the Morgan dollars and things like that. That's a different type of collection. You know, that's going to be like a prestige, top end collection. But with the Indian head pennies, I'm going to give it a really damn good go collecting all the pennies. The nickels, the V nickels, Mercury dimes, Rosy dimes. Not get all of it. No, I know I'm not going to get all of them, because obviously some that are really expensive. Can't afford it. So you start somewhere, but as you said, you go off on a tangent where you start with one collection, it with something else and something else, and it just grows into something. Then you're like, it is like a spaghetti junction, isn't it? So I'm trying to get mine into some kind of perspective. I mean, I've changed my collection over about 50 times. As you know, Skip, I've changed it over. Now I've decided on one last final hurrah. I'm putting it into country order, not country, alphabetical order. So the A's, the B's, the C's, the D's.
You've just joined my world. That's my world coin collection's all alphabetical. That's so cool.
It's just easier. And with each slot, I got it coded. So when I put it on the thing, I just write the code in, and then it come up which book's it in and what where it is at exactly, and what should be in there. Lady Bravin,
nice to see you.
Tony, Sheena, you guys got PA Picture Prospecting Treasures, and is EAC in yet? Or is she still?
No, I haven't seen EAC yet.
And Bout Loop's in here, of course.
Yeah. DJ, I know you do a lot of stuff with cartooning. Do you collect comic books or collect stuff relative to what you do?
No, and mainly just because I don't have the space for it.
Oh, you don't have the space for it. Okay.
Yeah, because I mean, you guys know collecting anything takes up space in your place. So.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it depends on how crazy you go with it. I mean, I have
Okay, well, let me tell you this. If I were to collect stuff, I would have to, I would make elaborate sets and displays, which would be crazy enough they would probably be all over my house.
Yeah, you know what? You're talking to the converted. That's exactly what I've done. Except my wife won't let me put anything upstairs.
I need to get more storage. You find that these little coins, and they're coins not very big, and they're not very wide, but it's everything else that goes with it. It's all the accessories, and if you want a nice display, you got to get these displays in. And it is, as I said, room is everything, especially when you need security, especially if you're collecting precious metals. And I mean, you see my silver pouring area. It is just the bench. That's it.
I'm going to make you big. You can show everybody what you're doing.
Me? What am I doing now? What am I doing? I ain't done anything. I've been sat here all day, honestly.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you what I've been doing today. We've been waiting for the kitchen to be done, and then they never turned up. But of course, on TV, we've had the first day of the state funeral for the Queen Elizabeth, so I've been watching that from the start.
Oh, yeah.
And that goes on for now 24 hours for the next 4 days. And you got 6 guards doing it morning, noon, and night. Well, 23 hours because they obviously got to clean up and sort out. But what do you want me to do, Skip? Is there anything?
Well, you said you were going to do some cards and stuff, didn't you?
Yeah, I just got to get the link up. Hang on a second, because I need to know which it's the now I've been doing this one a while. I've not featured this book because with what's happening in Europe, there's going to be a couple of teams in that's going to be missing. So I haven't featured this one at all. And there's some rare cards in there. And there is a number order, but I'm just doing it in team order. And it's called the UEFA Nations League Finals. So it's countries, they have their own league. UEFA National Leagues. Yeah. Table. Right. I think Skipper's got something going on there.
Are you blaming me?
I only got I got YouTube going, but it's shut down. I got no noise coming from there, and I got I was showing the Nations League final groups because that's where I'm going to put these cards in. So it's a tin. This is the. Oh my God! Not even ready.
Tony says your coin collection, Dale. Share some corgis, please. Love those castings. Only you have 2.
2? I got more than 2 castings. I'll show you in a minute. So this is a smaller tin. This is what you would normally get, as I normally get for the finals. But this is a 30 card pack, and just about to open them up. Looks like a chalk ice. Remember the old chalk ices? And this is the difference between Panini and Tops. They really rub their cards really well, and the quality of the card, I believe, is much better.
Canadian. I still say it doesn't look like bread.
No. Oh, yeah. Get in. Oh, I can't wait to show that one. That's going to be last, I think. Oh, hello. That's pretty cool. They're every which way up. That's the only thing with Topps cards. They can be any which way round. So I ain't going to show you them all. I'm just going to show you the. I ain't going to show you the base cards. I'm just going to show you the. The limited ones. And these look absolutely amazing, these cards. Right, I think that's stars, international stars. Alrighty. Okay, let's go through the. I'm going to leave up one those till last. So we have here a crystal parallel card. Daniel James from Wales. The quality is much better. And I think that is just. We have a foil card. I think that's yeah, Courtois from Belgium. Really good goalie. Underrated, even now plays for Real Madrid, I believe. And we have Ferran Torres from Spain, just a silver foil card. And then we have Mason Mount from England, really good player. Rodri from Spain. I think this is a limited card. Green foil. I'm not sure the terminology of these. I just like collecting them. So, and then we have Kevin De Bruyne, Man City card. He plays for Manchester City, but he's a really good player. To be fair, in the wrong team. These cards are really, really nice. Plays for Belgium. I have to remember what these ones are. It's been a while since, because the finals cards run out. So it's been a while since I've had these. And then we have Garvidioli,
Right.
From Croatia. Jorginho from Italy. You can see that the effects are really, really cool. It looks like glass. And then we have Alexander Arnold from Liverpool, plays for Liverpool, England player.
Yeah, you guys sure know how to make your cards over there. Holy cow.
And we have Zoltan Ibrahimovic now. He's an old man. This guy is like 6'5", and he is nuts. Plays for Sweden. I think he's come back to play for Sweden. He's actually retired, but he's got a match winner's card. This is a limited edition card. I have to find out how rare that one is. And then this is what I'm chuffed about, because he got Virgil. He's also a Liverpool player. Van Dijk.
Oh, take care, DJ. Thanks for swinging by, my friend.
Oh, DJ leaving? No.
Yeah, he bailed on us.
So that's another limited edition card. So really pleased with that pack. And if anybody wants to do the code, want to download the game, you can just download the code and just whack the barcode off of that, and you get yourself is it a limited edition card. You take care, Karting Universe. Really awesome to see you. So yeah, that's one's going to go in my book in a bit. Yeah. Cool. Excellent. So I'll put them in my book in a bit. They're just in a big tin right now, being safe in there. Awesome. So they will go in there in a little while. And does someone say something about coins?
Oh yeah, it was Tony's diecast customer. He says your coin collection, Dale. Share some corgis, please.
Corgis.
Love
I
those.
don't have any corgis. If I need to get my British coins out, that's going to be. I'm not even looking forward to that. Okay. No, it's not okay. I just look back and see what I've got. I got everything out. I don't know.
Don't forget to put your links to your channels, guys and gals.
I'll tell you what one of my favourite pieces is. Taking that out somewhere. Okay. One of my favourite things that I've collected over time. Now this is actually really dusty. Okay. Now it's been a while since I've collected British coins. Now this is just the commemorative coins that I've collected over the years. And this is just the ones that are, these are not the ones that I have separately, by the way. These are just 50 pences and £2 coins. And I've got more over there as well, because I just run out of space. And I got something really here that is really special to me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Still in box, never been taken out. Red Arrows watch. And it's part of the cockpit.
Oh wow.
So you'll have the, on there, you'll have the angle, the turning angle, and then you have the compass, the altitude, and yeah, man, I love this. And just take out carefully. It's never been taken. Still got the bands in there. I love our Red Arrows. And I don't even know what number this is. Goes in there. Slid out. I got in there. There we go. Introduction to the Red Arrows, little book there, and the owner's manual. But nobody was really expecting that, did they, Skip? love that. But the only problem with this, whoever packed it tore it.
Oh, that's too bad.
And it should have been a lower number. No, not this one. My Avro Falcon Bomber medal should have been a lot lower in number, because I was invited to buy that. And it took almost a year to get it, and well, actually 18 months to get the certain. It's in my display. I can't get it, but
yeah, my father-in-law did work with the Avro, but he actually was on the Concorde project. And I made the mistake one day. I said, Jeff, did you have anything to do with purchasing Firestone tires? He didn't like that at all.
No, and you want to see some of my British. This is my. I haven't done a coin hunt or search coins for such a long time. It's been, must be well over about 18 months now.
Oh my goodness! That means when you get that roll of nickels I'm sending to you, you got something to look at.
They won't be opened.
What do you mean they won't be open? What?
They'll be left as they are. I don't. You know me, Skipper. I don't get tempted.
I'm going to send you a roll of Canadian nickels that are all older, and you're not going to check them and get them in your album. You're going to leave them in the roll.
With all my other rolls, they're going to be in the display.
Oh.
Because they're a gift. I can't destroy the gift. I can't do that.
You're not destroying the gift. You're organizing the gift.
Yeah,
hey, each your own. If you want to collect rolls, I know I collect rolls for the longest while too.
Do you know, at Christmas, right? Even from a kid, I never used to open my presents right away. I used to wait until almost like after tea, or I'll save some because my brother will wake up. We're all going to get our presents, and we've just gone to bed for goodness' sake. And he's like, "We've got to go and get our presents." Everybody else is having their presents. I goes, "Oh man, just go to sleep, man." Yeah, because he used to open all his. I used to give him a couple of mine to open just to keep him quiet. And yet I'm the youngest, and so I used to wait until later on and just play whatever. But that's been me. Even like today, I'll wait and wait and wait. I'll wait and wait.
You do know that after I do a long night's work delivering all these toys and stuff, when I get home, of course, I get the whole family over. So I got all kinds of kids and elves and everybody lying around. And I said, no opening presents till after breakfast. We must have Christmas breakfast first. So they have a feed that would, after you eat it, you're ready to go to sleep, which I'm hoping they will, but they don't. Then we do it in phases. The first place we go to is the fireplace room, where we have all the stockings, and everybody sits there with their mugs of Coke or eggnog or whatever they might have, hot coffee, and they sit there, and each one opens up their stocking, and we do the adults, they get scratch and lose tickets in there, and they get candy canes and chocolates, and always a piece of silver in every single stocking. There's a piece of silver for health, or sorry, for wealth. Health, we've got things like the mandarin oranges and the chocolates and the cookies and all the healthy stuff we put in there, and always a small gift. Now, after that phase is done, we move up to the main Christmas tree. These chairs are set all the way around the tree.
Yeah.
And we take one person at a time, and we go round robin opening up presents. So everybody's not just tearing into the stuff. We stretch it out for the entire morning while lunch is being prepped.
Yeah.
Okay. Then by the time you get around 11 o'clock or so, We have a light lunch, and then we do the cleanup and whatnot needs to be done. We play games until dinner. And at dinner time, that's when the feast comes out. And it's not long after, it's unfortunate because not long after dinner, everybody is passed out because they're absolutely overfed. The whole day was done. And it was a lot of fun. And no liquor in my house. None at all.
Now, last year, now, obviously, when I'll tell you a funny story, okay, about Christmas for me, okay? Now, one year, I got a new bike, and I was 6 years old, okay? And my brothers, my sister tell you this. Well, I went round and got absolutely hammered, okay, at 6, because it's legal, all right? And all I remember is my dad telling me off, my mum telling me off. I was ill as anything all Christmas. And they're telling now that obviously I got on my bike, and right outside our house, I rode off the drive and rode straight into the back of a police car. And obviously a few years later, they all tell you the same story. They were obviously, my brother's 10 years older than me, so I was 6, so he's like 16, and my other brother was like 14. My sister was probably around about 12. So, of course, I'm only 6. So, and they told it. It's like quite funny because they laugh about it now. But this policeman held me up by the scruff of my neck like this and said, "Is this yours?" Oh man, did I get a clout?
Kid of mine, I never had Christmases like that in my youth either. I decided that since I went with so little when I was younger, my children and grandchildren would experience what I did not. So the little kid comes out in me, and
yeah,
heck, even the night before, I drive 2.5 hours to my oldest boy's place where he's got 3 young children there, and I'm in my red suit and I do a delivery for them, and they get a personal visit from Santa on Christmas Eve.
Christmas is my favorite time of the year, and I enjoy doing the dinner. I love making the dinner, Christmas dinner. That's my thing. And
so much turkey.
Because I had my boy on Boxing Day, and it was pointless him coming over in the evening on Christmas Day because he had been tired, he'd been up God knows what, doing whatever he was doing. So I used to have him on Boxing Day. So I'll pick him up, he'd be asleep, and he'll want to bring some stuff over, what he had. And okay. And yeah, we had our Christmas Day for me and my boy at the time was Boxing Day. So we woke up exactly the same, excited. And one year I bought him a tomato sauce bottle, an orange, and a tea and a coaster, right? Well, I actually borrowed it from his sister. And I wrapped that up, and he was going, because I don't think he goes, Frank, I goes, do you want tomato sauce? He goes, I'll have some my tomato sauce. Bearing in mind he's about 7, 8 years old. And he goes, can I have tomato sauce on my dinner? I goes, what? That? He goes, yeah. I goes, that's a joke, right? He goes, well, no, I'm keeping it anyway. It's just one old coaster, tomato sauce on an orange. What he didn't realise, I hid his present behind the sofa of the curtain.
Mm-hmm.
So when he opened it, like, whoa! And I bought him. I saved it and bought like electric car, which is really funny because he sat in it and he pushed forward. We did it together. We built it together, and as you know, my boy's got cerebral palsy, so I'm trying to get his motor skills going by doing things with him.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
So we built this car up together. It looked like a mini coupe thing, yellow and black. Sorry, red and black. And of course, he sits in it for the first time, and he pushes forward He puts the gear in first gear, looks back, and crashes right against the back wall. He reverses, and then he puts it in reverse to go forward. Right? No, it went the opposite way. So he thought, yeah, I'm in forward, but no, he's in first gear. Drives into the other wall, and I was like, oh man, like that. Just put that together. It survived. It survived. So
That's funny.
Oh man, it's like it's reverse. I never knew how fast these things went. It went up like that. I mean, it literally tipped him up like this. Oh man, it's like oh, never forget that.
Yeah, I think doing stuff like that is really precious, and when you add that personal touch for the kids, it's something that sticks with them their whole life. I mean, I still remember my dad spent days making me this wooden fort, and it was the best bloody fort you can imagine. He even had a working drawbridge and everything. It was cool. Of course, back then, even the cannon shot missiles, which wouldn't be allowed anymore. But it was nice. But little things like okay, in the UK and Canada, we call ornaments baubles, and the actual ornaments are usually figurines and stuff, but baubles are round. Okay, we put baubles on our tree, and every year it was tradition that every person in the house got a new bauble or ornament every year, and it was their own choice what they wanted. The idea being, when they grew up and they left their one ornament on our tree and took all the rest to start their own. Do you think any of my kids would take their bloody baubles? No, because they gives them an excuse to come back here. I can't get them to invite me to their house. No, I've got to do everything. So it backfired.
You're going to bring the bubbles with them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've already said, so you got to start trees, man. I'm retiring. You guys got to start making me Christmas dinner. But we don't know how. You've watched me how many years? No, we didn't watch. We were playing. Oh, bloody hell. So that's just part and parcel of it.
I love making Christmas stuff. I've been doing it for a long time. Even when I was on my own, I did it. And I used to make it for my friends. But yeah, this is my one book of £2 coins. It's full up. It's 10 pages in there. So what's that? 120. That's 120 coins in there in that one book.
Wow.
No, that's just one book. That's the second book.
See, folks, that's proof. You can be a coin collector and be flat broke, but still have money.
And third book will fill up with £2 coins, all different commemoratives. And trust me, these books are probably worth some money. And
Alexander Smith wants to know what you're showing off.
Just random stuff, Alex. And then you can tell how many times I've used these books, right? Here you go. So all the different types of coins have been in these books. So they've had their money's worth. Different stickers in them, so they're quite old. But yeah, all £2 coins. So that's what, the fourth book now, and I've got 2 more over there, which I'm trying to fill up. As you can see, that was stickers on them from years ago.
See, Alexander, he's not excited. It's not an American coin. See,
and for my 50p, this is my Beatrix Potter collection. It's all Beatrix Potter in there, every single one of them. That's all Queen's. That's so.
PA Patriot Prospecting and Treasure says, so I take it you're a coin collector.
Yeah.
Yes,
This you can tell I've used these books, right? Now, these are my old labels inside the book. Can't be bothered to get them off. Half pennies, 18.
That's why I like metal detecting, PA.
All full up. 50p's now. But that's just random 50p's. Another
Of course,
book.
I like the queen on them.
So that's 2, 3. And is again, I think there's 12, yeah, and 120 coins in each book, and another one, all full up, and they're in really good shape as well.
Nice.
And the other one, another full up book. So.
Yeah, I'm just using the bounty hunter, PA. It's nothing spectacular. I'll get there. Look at that. Like I said, you should have muscles of steel. All that lifting stuff up.
That's why I wasn't looking forward to getting that case down. That's a good old chunk of money in there. So yeah, I wouldn't even. Monetary value, what's that? 120. So that's £240 in that pack there. Basic value if he's going for coin value. 240 in there. 240 in there. And 240 in there. So 60 is it? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there's £60 in there in each book on face value. Say each coin in there is worth, say on average, £5 a coin. It's quite a bit. When they're not adding in like the commemorative, like the 2002 Olympic Games and stuff, you know, so which I do have got. I do have them in here. Yeah, quite a bit of money's worth in there. And I've got a whole ton of error coins. Oh man, that is heavy. A whole ton of error coins as well. I can't. I'm not even going to get them. I'm not even going to pick them up. When I do videos and I sweat and I think, oh my god, I haven't touched it yet.
You sweat, do you?
Yeah, it's like look. It makes me go, pick us up. You need to pick 3 coins out of us this week. And I'm like, oh no. So it doesn't matter what you collect, really, does it? As long as you're enjoying what you're doing and you're on here and you're sharing, and that's what the fun is all about. And you're learning at the same time.
Exactly.
And I've got to do a video yet because everything's been uploaded. Obviously with the Queen's, you know, with her passing and state, everybody's uploading there, TikTok and YouTube, and so I still got videos that I've done because I do a whole week's worth on a Saturday and Sunday. It's still checking today. It's still checking, and that was done a week ago. So if you don't see a video, it's not like I haven't done it. It's just that the fact is our internet's really slow as well. I'm surprised it worked last night, to be honest. Just been overloaded, and people coming in from all over the world. They had 26,000 on the first day, I think, so far, as the last count had gone through so far. And there was a 5-mile queue.
Yeah, it's going to be insane.
And people's travelled all over from Australia, America, Canada, and they've been there like 2 days, just sat there, stood there, no tent and nothing. They've been passing each other hot drinks, buying each other hot drinks and ice creams, and it's actually really, really cool. I would want to go, but I just couldn't stand up for that amount of time. It might, I'll be like painful. But yeah.
Okay, this little bit here is for Alexander, who hiding up in Scotland has expressed that he collects US coins. So just to let you know, Alexander, I too collect. This is my typeset. I finished it.
That's a nice set, nice.
All right, so I got the whole thing there. I got the US typeset, but I usually don't pull these out because there's so bloody many of them. I'd like to have the Dansko ones. This is my Lincoln Head collection. And yes, I have a 1909 VDB.
I remember you getting that. Was that your first one? Have you got two of them now, or you just got that one you had?
No,
when you had the
I have the 1909 VDB and the 1909 S VDB.
Ooh, S.
Which is cool. So I've got most of them. They're getting there.
I've done a coin presidency. I've done it a little while ago. I'm not sure if it's up yet or it's been up, because obviously YouTube's been really funny, so I can't even answer comments at the moment.
This is my America's National Parks commemorative quarter collection. That's 2010 to 2021.
Oh, they're nice.
I got a few blanks, but I'm getting there. They're a lot of fun to collect. Again, keeping in mind, I'm up in Canada, so it's a little harder to get some. Easier than poor Dale, who has to rely on everybody shipping stuff over to him. But ones I'm short on, and I wouldn't think I should be, are Merc dimes. My Merc dime collection is relatively spotty at best, so I'm trying to fill that one up.
I actually really like the Merc dimes.
I do too. I hope to get some when I get down to Vegas, whenever that might be. And this is my Jefferson nickels. That's from 1938 on, and like I say, I've my U.S. collection's not bad. It's not as massive as some people have seen, but so I got the majority of my U.S. Jefferson nickels. I think the only ones I'm missing on there is the 39 Denver, 38 Denver, and the 39 San Francisco. Oh, and a 42 Denver. Got those. Get those four. I've got them all. It's very cool. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, with my coin books, I'll obviously be doing A to Z, and of course with obviously my US collections. Again, I'll try and get them as best as I can with the dates from each one. I'm obviously not going to finish it, especially.
It really is challenging having all those different mints as well, isn't it?
It is, but that's the fun. That's the beauty of it, though, is the chase. Morgan dollars and peace dollars is just going to be hit and miss. It's just if I can afford one, I'll get it. If I can't, then wow, somebody else in the future can get it. What else is there? I can't remember what else. Obviously, there'll be British ones, Canadian. Any coin I find that is silver from my world coin collection, I am sticking into my tubes. So I've got three spare tubes here. So that's like world silver there. So that's just going to be a completely separate.
And you
connection.
mentioned that you ran out, you got no red for your printer.
No, I got red. It won't print red.
That's why this is not colorized, because I ran out of ink.
I got plenty of ink. It's just that I emailed Epson and I said, look, I want my printer back. I know you sent the code down to stop me from printing red, because they do it they got a printer number. If anybody doesn't realize it, and you got a printer, some of the printing companies, they let you do something like so many sheets, and then for some reason it says it won't print, it will not do a head clean, or it send the code down. It won't do what they call the streets, the nozzle check, and then you have to download a program to reset the numbers. It's
what bloody pain.
And now I had an update from Epson the other week, as I was about to print out my stickers and some COAs, and it would not print red. Everything else prints, it would not print red. And I checked on Google to find out the problem, because I've taken it apart a few times on printer. And
do you have an inkjet?
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of cases it could be they get clogged.
No, it is purely a code they send down. It's a code to make you buy something. So now Reddit is normally my go-to to fix stuff.
There's a little treasure to share with you. Those are shin plasters for those of you who've never seen them before. We got Weaves World. Weaves World.
Weaves World.
So, are you ready for 10 questions?
Hang on a minute. One minute. Here you go. Prints not printing red. Epson.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, there's those how to fix. I've done all that, and apparently I had a code, and it's what they do. They mess around with the program inside one of the chips, and it can't be unresolved. So because it's done with, it's not a mechanical thing. It's actually because my printer's Wi-Fi, so every time it gets an update, it just goes straight onto the printer.
So let me guess, the printer's cheaper to buy than it is to buy the ink.
Well, not for that one. I got loads of ink. I got tons of ink. I checked to make sure the cartridge wasn't dry. I was going to put some I'll tell you what was really good, because it's methanol, is just putting a drop. If it is dry, just get a drop of nail polish. Make sure it's methanol, not alcohol, because it would destroy the filters. So methanol will evaporate, and then it won't stink either. Of course, I've done that. I've took out all the filters at the back. I've taken the printer head off. I've done everything, and it works perfectly. Now I had an update, and because it's Wi-Fi, it went straight to my printer, because I had it on at the same time, and it stopped printing red. Don't print red. But yeah, it's a code they got into the system to make people buy think they got errors. But so I emailed them, I want my printer back. It's my printer. I want you to uncode my printer. But they haven't got back to me yet.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
And okay, trivia time. Trivia time.
Trivia.
I don't buy any ink online, because I wonder about the manufacturer. Well, the ink I've bought online has been absolutely fantastic. Nothing's been wrong with it. There we go. It's going to be trivia time.
All right. For those of you in chat, my friend Dale will be given a handicap of only 15 seconds. because he started to look weepy-eyed the last time we did it. It just was too hard on him.
So I was a little bit hard on Skipper.
First question out of 10.
Hang on a minute. I'm going to put a timer on. Hang on a second. I'm going to put a timer on. Clock, 15 seconds. Right. Okay. Let's get that down to 0 because I don't want 15 hours. Oh, there you go. 15, 10 seconds. There you go. That's my timer. Okay.
Okay. What country includes North Island, South Island, and Stewart and Chatham Islands? What country? There you go. That's going right to the chat. Who can get that guess out before he can answer?
Nobody?
It doesn't look that way.
Oh, this is just a guess. I'm going to say the Cayman Islands.
It was New Zealand.
Ah. Oh. Yes. Okay.
Okay, number 2. What Kenyan city is the safari center for East Africa? So it's in Kenya. What city?
Oh, I ain't got a clue on that one.
And we've got Nairobi.
Nairobi. Oh, God. Yeah, town.
Okay. This one is a little easier. Maybe you'll get
Easy.
it. What country was called Caledonia by the Romans?
Oh.
I'm not seeing a lot of guessing going on. Nope. Lady Bravin says Greece. Nope.
Scotland.
Yes, Scotland.
I thought I actually got that with Caledonian Thistle.
What city is sometimes called Gotham?
Oh.
What city is sometimes called Gotham?
I'm going to guess Chicago.
New York.
New York. Oh, that was my second guess.
PA jumped in there at the last second.
Yeah, well done, PA.
New York.
I knew it was New York. What did I say New York for? One? I thought Chicago because it's like the bad lads, isn't it? It's like the gangs were. Ah.
Okay. Question.
Gut. Boom.
Number 4.
Jeez.
That'll be number 5. What was World War I known as before World War II?
Oh. Come on, you stupid timer. Come on, you stupid timer. Hurry up. It's taking his 8. Come on, this is long.
Can someone beat that timer?
Come on.
What was World War I called before World War II came about?
The Great War.
Oh, look at that. You got to be quicker. He's going to get these ones.
The war to end all wars. Great.
Yes. Where,
Treasure
number
hunter.
6, where is the Sea of Tranquility?
Oh, I know. Oh, come on, hurry up, you stupid seconds.
No, nobody's popping up yet.
The moon.
The moon. You're right. Who was Hitler's Minister of Enlightenment and Propaganda?
Oh,
Ooh, 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 ooh.
it's like a monkey. Oh. Goebbels.
That's correct. Okay, what are we at now? We got
On one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is number 8.
Ronnie Adventures. He's out yet heading out for dinner. I wonder where he's going. Right, something really good.
What building built in 1800 contains 327 miles of bookshelves?
That will be the public libraries in New York. I can't remember the name of it.
PA Patriot Prospecting has it. It's the Library of Congress.
Yeah. They did the Da Vinci Code in there, didn't they?
Yeah, actually they did.
You ought to see underneath it. It's like a tube station underneath that. I couldn't remember the name of it though.
Okay, here's an interesting one. Where do divers leap from a 100-foot cliff into waters between the Quebrada rocks? Quebrada. Quebrada rocks. So they're asking, where is this? What's the closest city to it? Yeah, look, PA's right there, Acapulco.
Congratulations.
That was so quick. I have to add one. I have to add one more just for the sake. What's the only U.S. state name that ends with 3 vowels? The only one that ends with 3 vowels. Hawaii. PA's right on there. Way to go.
That's actually interesting.
Good trivia today. Now, do we have anybody that wants to come up and chit chat with us? We've got a little bit of time on our hands. Tell us about what your hobbies are, collections.
Yeah.
Would love to hear about it.
Hawaii. Hawaii.
Yeah.
Look at Hawaii. Lady Braven should pop up. Or PA, Patriot, Prospecting and Treasures. And, Bartley was in here earlier, wasn't he? Tony. If you see me looking that way, it's because I've got the chat going there because I can't use it because for some reason the sound's not working on my computer, so I have to use my phone.
So,
Well,
I'm not the only one having problems.
Yeah, it's an old phone what I'm using, but this one is a newer phone, but it's smashed to bits. I dread texting, I really do, because I know it's text correctly, but when I send it, it just wants to change words.
So everywhere I look, I keep seeing those Australian honeycomb coins. It's driving me nuts.
They are nice coins. If you put chocolate on the outside, it looks like a crunchy.
Ooh. Trying to find my big.
Oh, Lady Braven. Maybe one day. I hope so.
I would have think anybody that had Brave in their name would be okay to come up. Yeah, that's the set that I sold at the coin show.
That set is just beautiful, man.
Yeah, it's made someone happy. But I got what I wanted though.
I got a question for Lady Braven actually. When are you going to do a new video? Please whack your links in, everybody.
Yeah, it's something like Silver Tea. It's been a long time since Silver Tea has put out a video.
Yeah, it's got to be coming up almost a year. Oh, well, I hope you feel a lot better, my friend. I didn't know that. Should have known that, but
yeah, I had my medical testing for tomorrow, and I canceled it because I'm not feeling well myself.
Do you want to hear a crazy thing, actually? Oh, those pictures are amazing.
Now that's a coin store.
Yeah, that'd be my church. I'll just sit there all day and just I'll annoy the shopkeeper here. Say, right, you can take it. You're annoying me. I just
totally insane.
I love those shops. It's got everything. It's like an old candy store, isn't it? Like you got all the stuff behind you, like the sweet jars behind you, maybe old quarter sweets, and then you got everything at the front. Oh.
Yeah, and that's the display I did for West Edmonton Coin and Stamp. It was really a lot of fun that day. They had the Royal Canadian Mint actually come in. And they did swaps. So if you wanted to get some of the newer coins, you could. I love their displays. Like, wow.
And do you know what? We got the Britannia Coin Company in Bassett. And, oh, man, it's so expensive. And next door to it is an antique store, which do Morgans and peace dollars and any other currency. And obviously you can walk, it's huge. And what you spend in the Britannia Coin Company, you can walk out with probably 4 coins. And because they're advertised as an antique store, obviously they don't really specialize in coins. So it's amazing. I got a little medal over there from George V medal, his coronation medal in the cupboard. It's pretty cool. And it's only a tiny thing. It's only what was given as a memento to the public, but I never had one, and it's still got the ribbon to it. And I bought a few other things. This is going back a little while ago. You've probably seen the video ages and ages ago, but I haven't been over there for a little while. I must go back over there. But I wouldn't go into the Britannia. They are so expensive.
I've never thought of the name of the statue on top of the U.S. Capitol building. I would have guessed it was something like Winged Victory or something, but I have no idea. Yeah, they are really pretty, aren't they, Lady Bravin? I really, really like those. I can think of a few beekeepers that would love to see those.
The Statue of Freedom isn't in Philadelphia. No, isn't in Philadelphia. Sorry. The question just fired a neuron in my dusty old brain. That's like me as well.
Trying to find the picture of the first time I went metal detecting. Spoiled me for life. I don't think I'll ever find a hoard like I found the first day out. It was ridiculous.
Have you ever heard of Digger's Den, Tyson Fury, UK metal detecting?
No.
Check out his channel. He really specializes in metal detecting, and he comments on my channel now and then. He's really, really cool. And he goes on the archaeology sites, and where they're digging up like Roman stuff or ancient stuff, whatever. And while they dumped a load of the dirt over by his back garden, and he's found Roman coins on Roman coins on Roman coins on Roman coins.
Oh, that would be so sweet.
He's just walking up and down, picking out Roman coins. I mean, these are cherry, really good Roman coins. And
yeah, I think I'm just about there. Where are you?
look at that. Look at this. I'll show you. His house is just on the left of him, and that's the dirt they're laying down, and he's just walking across it, picking it up. Doesn't even have to dig.
Wow.
But yeah, he's got absolutely amazing. His little boys with him, and it's just piled like that. That's how flat he's just walking up and down that dirt, and it's an archaeology dig, right? Probably around about 500 yards behind those trees, and he's just picking out that stuff. The Roman coin spill, it's called. Check that. He is just picking them out like there's no tomorrow. It's like a Roman coin vending machine. There you go. He goes around there as well because I think he's part of the I think he's in a club, so he's allowed to do that. I don't think it is because he's not exactly a big lad. He does a few live streams now and then as well. Actually, if I go here, look at this pan in the skip. Look.
Whoa.
He's just picking it up. He doesn't have to detect.
Yeah, that's we never find stuff like that here.
Of course, over here, if you're putting out a building site, now builders to archaeologists, which is kind of strange because archaeologists, if you want to dig down and find any archaeology finds, you have to belong to a club. Okay, you have to have go through so much red tape. It's not for me. It's not worth doing it. You know, it's not worth. It's not worth me buying all that equipment to go out and then only going through a lot of red tape. But when you're a builder and you want to build, you buy a piece of land, okay, because you're putting up a property, you can dig out what you want, okay, and unless you actually come across a find or a burial site, you have to declare it. But builders don't have the same red tape as if you want to dig something historical,
Right.
Which is kind of annoying because every building site should be checked. You know what I mean? Prior. So, like, if you buy a piece of land, you got planning permission, and you ain't going to start the work till next year anyway. You let the archaeologists go around there just to scale it, you know, just to make sure there's nothing there. That would probably be a better idea. And then all the dirt, they can probably sell the dirt on if they find anything. But like, you know, like you do with panning. And I love metal detecting, but it's just now it's ruined. You know what I mean? It's just ruined. Where it's just too much, especially where I live. I'm not sure about anywhere else in the country. I'm pretty sure York could probably be quite bad. And Scotland, I think you can't even like in Stirling, you can't go around there either. But yeah, never mind. Yeah, they found no archaeological finds. It's someone by his back garden. He's only got to jump the fence and just walk round there, and it's there. You know, you ain't got to go miles. You know what I mean? It was just like, because it's obviously clay, it's wet clay. They're just finding it on the surface, and you know, where the diggers have been. Some of the coins are really pasted into the clay where it's dried over time, because obviously with the hot weather, so they've had to really dig it out. I mean, big time. But yeah, it is fun. I love watching this channel. So if you ever see his channel, Diggers Den Tyson Fury, he's got a wonderful channel.
Yeah, the one I usually end up on is the Hoover Boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing with the stuff that they find.
They've done a video. Yes, is it yesterday or today? I can't remember. Obviously, I'm trying to watch people, but the internet's in and out. So with everything going on, but the ones I do miss is Stanley Diggs metal detecting and Floyd detector. And I like Deej, I like K's digging it, and many others. But another channel I really do like with panning is Secret Creek Prospecting. Oh yeah, by the way, just a heads up, Austrian Stacker, he's got a clone channel that someone's following him around, and I forgot to tell this earlier actually. Someone's cloned his channel, and using his logo. So be careful, because the fake Austrian Stacker, obviously we all know real Austrian Stacker. Thank you, Lady Braven.
That's not cool whatsoever.
I mean, if people don't know about Field Guy, now Field Guy was doing a live stream, and someone actually got into his channel and called the SWAT team, and while he was live streaming, the SWAT team turned up.
What?
So, yeah,
when did this happen?
A couple of years ago, and that's why he didn't do much for a while, and that's why he don't have his face on very often, because obviously with personal things going on, the SWAT team literally turned up, arrested him, then de-arrested him. and he was on live. He was on live. I mean, I'm glad he was okay, but you can tell it obviously put him off for a while. So these things can get serious, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
So I just put it out there. Just be careful, you know.
I found it. This was the first time I ever went metal detecting. This is what I found.
Wow. Was that in a pot or in a pile?
No, I put it in the pot. I found it in the ground. That's
So what is it?
Metal wash
Everything-
basins. I filled a bloody metal wash basin with the coins and the jewelry I found.
Wow. When was that?
That was a couple of years ago. And ever since then, I've been spoiled. I find pop can tabs and the odd quarter, and maybe even I found a toonie one time, but never like that. That had American money and everything in it.
Wow, man, that is a dream. I mean, I found like Roman coins and other bits and bobs.
Even a ring.
It's gold.
How about that?
Has it got a hallmark on it?
It did. I don't have it now. I sold it. I think it was a 10 carat. It wasn't that great. And those of you that haven't seen my area, that's what my area is supposed to look like when it's tidy.
He's took a picture like that. So when Tracy comes down, have you tied it? He goes, yeah, I've tied it up. So it's like, see?
She wants to get rid of all my flowers. I says, why? They're artificial. You can't kill them.
I got a funny story about artificial flowers. It was I was out helping out my friend because he doesn't get, well, at the time he wasn't getting holiday pay, and I said to him, because I had shut down, I'll do his job for him, and he still gets paid, and I was getting paid anyway, so I just did it for nothing. And just to give you elaboration, he used to deliver oversized coffins, and because it's a two-man job, the guy he was working with, I said, look, you know, I'm on my way around, you know, not a problem. So we used to get the trains, get these coffins off, and then deliver them around the area around Wiltshire. And but the funny thing was, he forgot it was his wife's anniversary. Okay, well, him and his wife anniversary, and of course I dropped him off because I did the driving. He was like doing the navigation because we didn't have sat navs back then, so we had to like look at the address and do it manually. And but anyway, he goes, oh, I'll just pull into this garage here and I'll go and get her some flowers. I went, all right, okay then. And I said, I'll top the van up for the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And but anyway, he comes out with these flowers and he's sniffing them like that. I was like, what are you doing? I thought he was having a laugh because he's a bit of a joker. And I thought, you know, he was like, okay, never thought anything of it. And drops him off. He goes, oh, I'll come in for a coffee, you know, because it was about 8 in the evening, you know, he's going to get in trouble. He thought if I come in with him, he's got a bit back at with him busy, which we were. Anyway, he walks in. Of course, his wife's got a grump on, you know, like really, really angry. She's done a nice dinner for him, you know, and he goes, oh, I've been out, you know, Carl's let me down. He's off for a week and his friend's helping him out. I've done dinner. It's all done now. It's cold and all this. He goes, yeah, we were busy. And he goes, I'm sorry. And he goes, I bought you some flowers, yeah. And she threw them on the. She goes, oh, what do I want them for? And throws them on the sofa, right? He goes, what? I bought you a lovely bunch of roses. And he goes, they're plastic. No, they're not. I thought, why are you sniffing plastic flowers? But yeah, he thought they were real. They were plastic.
Oh boy.
Now, talk about getting yourself in trouble and then getting yourself in even more trouble biting your wife. Plastic flowers.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought, because I never met the guy once, but yeah. I don't think any lady would appreciate any guy buying her plastic flowers.
Not cool.
And she's like, oh my god. I mean, she would, if looks at her, it's like murder. I tell you, it's like she's like really angry. I thought, thanks. You know, take me into you. I was like cannon fodder.
Oh, this is how long were you out? I'm sure that it is. Yes, I was only out an afternoon for that one, and it did spoil me. Now I'm trying to, I hang out with Marlon here in Edmonton, and he helps me with the metal detecting, but I have not found anything major. But you know what? It's still a lot of fun. I mean, I got myself a really nice pen the other day.
I'll tell you what, I my metal detecting stuff is, which I found out. A lot of it, a lot of the Roman stuff I've given away to other people over the years. But it's some stuff I've kept for some unknown reason. I've only got a tiny little bit left. Dime bag. Hello, boys. But yeah, I didn't have anything special at the time. It was just dial. It wasn't this Garrett or anything. It was just a pin one. Can't remember what it was called now, actually. And I got brand new a metal detector, and it was a National Geographic one with a radar on it. It was much better than mine. And I taped it to his walker. So when he was using his K walker, he would do metal detecting with me. And I used to put like the odd coin down. So when he went outside and did it, I used to put the coin down or a key, and he thought it was great. Like you kneel down, dig it up, you find it. So that was pretty cool. Don't tell him that, though, will you?
I won't say anything.
I mean, he's 17 now. He'd probably knock me out. You tricked me again, Bop.
Now I wonder if we can convince Darren to come on up. Oops. Can't even cut and paste. It's terrible.
I won't be able to do it from here. I'm not on StreamYards. I'm on, I'm on here, but I'm not on there.
There it is.
He's going, nope.
Keeping a low profile.
You ought to check it. I mean, I'm really impressed with Darren's singing. It's amazing. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like his live. When I can get into his live stream. Oh, he's working. He's working.
Glad someone is. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm. By the way, did I tell you I'm doing my Santa training, eh? You know, there's a course. There's an actual course.
You've actually. So, is this the same company you did for last year, though?
Yep, you gotta do it every year. You got to do your enhanced security clearance, and you got to do basically history and some help ensure that your people skills are up to par and things that you have to deal with, and it's pretty good, the training.
When you what do you mean history? Is that just like your history, or
the history of Saint Nicholas and Christmas and there's a lot of little things that you, just in case they ask you questions, you can pop up an answer.
Okay. Okay. I think he was 19 when he started. This is St. Nicholas in Turkey, right?
Yeah, you are in the right location.
And obviously it wasn't like the Santa today, like red.
No.
He would just leave like little trinkets or little bits of coins or whatever. And the Vatican didn't declare him as a saint at all until recently, in fact. And every year, because I believe there's some parts of him in Greece and some parts of him in Turkey, if I remember rightly. And he's a patron saint. He's a patron saint to children, sailors. So many. Hang on. I think he was Saint Nicholas, probably I would say probably about 2002. I think he was classed as a saint. He was repatroned as a saint. Gosh, what else is he? Patron saint of. Got about 10. Do you know what? I watched Polar Express for the first time last year. Absolutely fantastic film. Phil Guy.
If you don't mind listening to one person playing so many parts, Tom Hanks was pretty busy.
He was. So
Yeah.
if
St. Nicholas lived between 280 and 343.
it was 60 something.
Yeah,
But
63.
And they do a vial of him every year. His coffin still produces a vial of something, an ointment or something like that, and they're not sure why as well, if I remember rightly.
Yeah, there are a lot of different representations of St. Nicholas, quite a few, and many of them actually transformed into women.
Yeah. Phil Guy was named Princess after by the king. I'm only joking, bro.
I have a dog that was named Prince.
I know. I remember a singer called Prince.
Yeah. And of course, the name Santa Claus came from the Dutch Sinterklaas.
Sinterklaas. And obviously Chris Kringle is, I think that's American, or we call him Chris Kringle, can't remember which way. And Santa Claus is German, I think, or Saint Nick.
Except in Nuremberg.
Except in Nuremberg. And every year we get a Christmas tree from the Dutch to say thank you for, which is a gift for World War II. And I think you get one as well. Is that right? And so
that's right. That is correct.
So
the other thing, the Dutch are fabulous people because at Christmas time they put a candle on all the Canadian graves, and literally the entire cemetery is completely covered in these beautiful candles. They do it every year.
Did you see what Papa G just done to Phil Guy? He goes, "Pavement Princess." No, says Phil Guy.
Oh, a pavement princess. That's not very nice.
But yeah, because there was an argument between Saint Nicholas going back in the day where they didn't know whether he was Greek or Turkish. Oh, man, that history, because it's interesting history. It really is. It's a very interesting. If you want to
There's
get
a lot. There's a lot of history there. There is.
yeah, but the Vatican didn't recognize him as a. He was a saint, and they took his sainthood away and then repatriated.
Well, they downgraded him.
Yeah, downgraded
Why?
him. That I don't know. I can't remember.
Probably blaming him for what they consider competition at Christmas time. There's a lot of people that don't have a Christian belief are accepting Santa Claus.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously you got two types of the Christmas. Obviously, you got the religious side, and then you got the giving side, and that's what it's all about: is giving to make somebody happy. You know, around his town. I can't remember the town he was in.
Myrna.
That's it. Myrna in Turkey.
Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in the chat tonight.
We've got 6 people. Do you know what? It's actually gone really quick, to be honest. I mean, I got my cards, so do you know what we saw the other day? It's now this, what bugs me with shops at the moment is that Halloween is coming up. Okay, there's nothing in the stores for Halloween yet, but there's stuff for Christmas.
Interesting. Well, you know that's I'm not surprised. Halloween, as it's typically, especially here, is a big holiday, and the kids love getting out. But ours is completely weather based. So if we have mild weather, I've got more kids pounding on my door than Carter has pills. But if we have a snowfall, they all go to the mall, and the mall literally fills up. I mean, it's actually kind of cool to see. Literally thousands and thousands of kids dressed up in their costumes. But the bad part is, in the mall, the stores do not have the good candies. They usually have the boiled sweets and stuff. Really, the hard stuff.
The grim stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and whereas out here you're getting chocolate bars and chips and your crisps and boy, just about anything you think of. Mind you, in our day, we had much better stuff. We used to get popcorn balls and everything. Taffy apples, which they can't do anymore because of the freaks out there putting razor blades and stuff.
I don't understand why when you're a kid, you look forward to that holiday, going out, filling your candy stuff up. And then you grow to be an adult and you just stop whatever, because you may have had fun or whatever. Even carol singing, you don't even see that anymore, really. Kids
I raised almost all my spending money at Christmas caroling.
Yeah.
And my dad actually volunteered to walk with us, not because he did much singing, but he always carried an empty glass. And every house that he went to, they would pour him bourbon or freaking whiskey or Drambuie or whatever, vodka or whatever. He was so blitzed by the time he got home. He's like, I like doing this job. I'm just watching over my kids. Yeah, okay, Dad, I know what you're doing. But I raised tons of money, and enough to buy everybody in my family presents.
Yeah, I agree with what Phil Guy and Lady Braven's saying, is that it's so commercialized today. I remember the days when, especially here, I don't know about any, obviously, where you guys live, but here, we used to get a week off before school and then a week off after the holidays. And so it was like almost a month. So like 3 weeks, 3 and a bit weeks.
Mhm.
Obviously, then you had your few days off for the bank holiday. And so if bank holiday was on a Monday, you had to go in on a Tuesday. But if it was on a Thursday, you had the Friday off and it go back into the Monday after. So it was great. Sorry, it wasn't on. It was bank holiday Monday. But if it was coming up as the end of the month, you won't go back until probably about the 5th or the 6th of January. And so you had like 3 weeks off if you were lucky, and it fell on that particular date. But anyway, my parents would save up all year, and we used to have this thing with like Telebank, and what it was, any electric or your TV was paid for. So you put a 50 pence in, and they give you 4 hours worth of telly or 4 hours worth of electric. And if you put in more than your quota, the money you get counted out, and then that'll go into a fund, and then you save that throughout the year. And then they would do these little catalogs where you would order a hamper, fruit, nuts, meat hampers, chocolate hampers, whatever. And that would last us, because obviously all the shops were shut for the whole Christmas period. Now they're only, people panic buy over one day. They go down to, they buy everything out the stores. You're left with the rubbish, and it's panic buying. And they're closed Christmas Day, open Boxing Day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we used to have all these meats and tins and nuts, oranges, bananas, in crates. And that's how my parents used to save up, with the Telebank. That's what it's called.
We're much the same here. What we do is throughout the year, we in my household, I look at each one of my kids and grandkids get 3 presents: a large, a medium, a small. During the course of the year, we pick these up wherever we happen to do, and we put them in bags and ready for wrapping. And we got a guest coming up here. There we go. We got our Scotsman up here, Alexander. So yeah, we do the Christmas shopping early, so that we don't pay the ridiculous prices that you end up paying just before Christmas. And at Halloween, that's the house. Of course, Tracy always decorates the house for every holiday, but that's when I start bringing up the bins and getting them laid out ready to decorate the house proper for Christmas. None of the stuff goes up until after November 11th. On the 12th of November, it's pandemonium in here. That's when everything goes up, and it takes me nearly 3 weeks to get the house completely decorated. I have 40 bins. So you well imagine this place is insane. But I dare not put anything up until after.
First 2 months before Christmas, as in the cash and carries, as when we used to deal with the cash and carries, the price used to go up. They used to put the prices up 2 months before 2 months before
Christmas. Normal. Very normal.
You have Thanksgiving as well, and that's another thing that the Americans have. Of course, there's other countries that celebrate.
The Americans have their Thanksgiving closer to Christmas, though. I wouldn't want that, because with Christmas alone, I'm turkeyed out.
Yeah, I forget about. I mean, some people treat Thanksgiving bigger than Christmas, and I know what it's about, obviously, for what it's for. But man, 2 lots of turkey within a month.
Oh yeah, after 3 days of turkey, where we have the regular turkey dinner, then we have the turkey sandwiches, then we have the turkey soup, and then I'm unconscious for about 6 weeks.
He's just finishing. He's just emptying himself now for the next rush.
Oh, that's a neat idea. I think I would go a little bit. Actually, my dog would go crazy if we didn't take our tree down, because that's his spot. He's like Sheldon Cooper. That's his spot.
It's his
So
spot.
when that tree goes up, I get the dirtiest looks.
Yeah, because obviously you got to move the dog somewhere.
Yeah. See, I do the opposite. Papa G, I would have the prime rib at Thanksgiving and the turkey at Christmas, only because that's when the entire gaggle of the family shows up. So I could stretch it longer. Gobble till you wobble. I've never heard that before. That's cool. Gobble till you wobble.
Gobble till you wobble. Gobble until you have a food baby. But yeah, what happened last year? Or was it the year before? Yeah, last year. We went up to see Lee, which is Zoe's son, right? He's a great lad. You know, he's up in Kidderminster on his own, and he works for it mainly over Christmas. And this particularly, he didn't he didn't have Christmas, so we went up there for the Christmas period, and of course, he's got everything laid out, all nicely done, all ready, prepped, and everything. Anyway, 1 o'clock turned into 2 o'clock, 2 o'clock turned into 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock turned into 4 o'clock. Now, I've never used their cookers before or anything like that, right? So, and of course, Lee's gone out, and we're like, what are we having for dinner? You know, if dinner's out there, when's Lee going to get the up? Don't know. And he turns back up, and he goes, well, you've done dinner by now, Mum. And she goes, I don't do Christmas dinner. Dale does the Christmas dinner. Wow, we had Christmas dinner at 11 o'clock at night. Oh man, it was so funny. It was just hilarious. So we spent about 4 o'clock in the morning eating this turkey. Like, oh man.
Geez, if I had a store down in Las Vegas, I'd have all kinds of things that reflected luck. I mean, yeah, all those out of town gamblers and whatnot coming in there, they put things, shamrocks on it, and leprechauns, anything to do with luck.
Yeah. Do you know? All right. Okay. Now, I've been medically retired since 2012. Okay. Now, because I got such an active, stupid brain, okay, my brain, Zoe threw a book of mine away the other day, and it had all my stupid ideas in there about making stuff, because, you know, I'm practical. And, well, there was one thing in there that I thought would have been a really good idea, okay? This is my brain thinking, so I have to write it down to get out on my thoughts, okay? And, well, talking about gambling, right? Now, one of my little ideas I had is to have like in Vegas or anywhere it's legalized gambling, whatever, is have mobile gambling buses. So you get a bus service that goes, say, from an airport or a bus thing, they want to go to the casinos. It's like a private tour thing. And they're gambling, so everything's done through Wi-Fi for the certain casinos, and they're gambling on roulette or whatever before they get to the casino. You just take a percentage. That was one of my ideas.
Okay, that just scares the crap out of me.
Why?
Because that's the only going from point A to point B is the only time where you can take a breath, look around, see where you're at in between hitting one casino to the next. Even if you go to Vegas, even the airport is a casino. The whole airport is nothing but slot machines.
Well, my point is that these if you got people, say, coming from abroad and you got like a tour holiday and they want to do like a casino crawl. So I don't know. I've obviously never been to Las Vegas or anything. So I know what it's like, but I don't know the atmosphere. Okay, so you pick people up. And it could be high rollers or low rollers, whatever you want to call them. And rather than having a limo and you sit there in a limo going from casino to casino to casino, whatever. When you go, say, from one casino to another, you pick up from the airport and you've got, say, a bus, like a tour bus, and it's converted into a slot machine. But do you know, like an airport, like a airliner, you've got the screen in front of you, haven't you? And you can watch movies, you can watch, whatever. But these, like, you can play the games, and you just tap the credit card like that, Wi-Fi, and you just do a casino crawl with your own private bus with your party. So,
but I see the same thing as Dale's saying. That's like me seeing something, and all of a sudden I have this brainwave, and I'm like, I've got this idea, and I'm like, do I actually do it? And then I'm like the one I had as me, I was with my ex-partner, and we were like, we wanted something different for takeaway, and I was like, why don't they make an app that you could get anything you wanted, as in any takeaway? But 6 months later, they actually built something that did that. I thought about that before even they did, and I was like, why didn't I pick up on it? And it's like Dale's saying, it's like I'm having this idea, but it sounds crazy, but it's not. And then he'll say something about that, somebody else will pick that up, and they'll then take it and call it their idea and design it or actually do it.
That's a very good point, Alexander. If you get an idea, you better act on it quick.
Exactly. If you're sitting on it, somebody else is going to do it.
Because there's
Thomas Edison's probably the one for that. Of course, Alexander Graham Bell didn't exactly invent the telephone. It was somebody else, but he was credited because he put it in first. So because you've got the thought there, it doesn't make you the inventor. So, but yeah, it was so many designs in there, so many old Wilding stuff, and I even designed the bracket, universal bracket, put it that way, which would have been really cool. Fits any size, actually comes out, slides, and then you can fit any beam you wanted to, rather than having a purpose-made beam. So one size fits all. That was pretty cool. It's a bit like a phone case. You just open it out and you put your beam on it.
But it's like Dale saying, I go through these because I've got the autism spectrum disorder, right? I go through phases where I'll go on something, I'll go off something, as I might spend 6 months at it, and I'll go off of that, and I'll go on to something else, and then eventually I'll come back to it. So it's like the coins. And now I'm doing 2 projects in one. I've got a room as in it's full of stuff as in between coins and phones, but I like refurbing phones because my dad was a spray painter and panel beater. He fixed cars. That's what I said to Mum. I actually fix phones. I actually take something that somebody will say, that's not fixable, and I'll fix it. I'll do it up. I'll make it tidy for basically put it back on eBay. And that's what I'm doing at the moment. But I'm doing it behind. A lot of things are getting done behind the scenes at the moment. I'm just doing one bit at a time. Plus, I can't do like the rush, as in people go into something and they're like, it's got to be done. It's like a race, and they're like, it's got to be done. I can't do that no more. My body's not that way of functioning anymore. Stop as and start again.
Yeah, I come up with all sorts of crazy. I used to sit there, obviously, and just jot down all sorts of crap. To be honest,
I've done the same thing. I've come up with ideas. Unfortunately, with me, I lack the resources that I would need to get any of it off the ground.
If my old computer didn't crash, because I had every photograph I did on there, all my Wilding stuff, everything died. and I got to get it sorted, to be honest. Anyway, now my boy, he wanted because he's in a K-Walker, they were doing like a NASA thing in his school. This is only when he was like 4, 5, and they were doing a NASA thing. And so what I did with his K-Walker, I built a whole cockpit and a rocket, tools in it and everything. I went over the top of it and made a foil. I had a cockpit, and like controls. He thought it was fantastic. But I lost that picture. That was one of my favourite pictures of his. Him and his. It was like because obviously the nearest thing we can get to a space suit was a stormtrooper. So he dressed up as a stormtrooper, and he was like an astronaut inside this capsule. It looked really cool. But yeah, I designed games. I designed a game for a school, for his school. A road safety test game, and I made cards, like warning cards and safety cards. Designed it all myself, and the school, I think they still play it actually. It's a road safety game, and it's like the game was actually made from going from your home to the school safely, and what to look out for and what to not to look out for where you're going to school. That's what the game was based on. It's pretty cool.
That's why, Dale, I stopped because now I don't write things now I don't write things down. Now I actually video them because I'm like, if I don't video them straight away, I'm like, I just go off it and I'm like, nah, it's crap, nah, it's no good. There's sometimes I'll go, is that a good content for a video? And I'm like, will I do that or will I not? And then I'm like, don't know. And then I sort of think about it, but then I start doubting what I'm thinking in my own head, and I'm like, I need to go and speak to somebody. I need somebody else's opinion. What they think, is that worth doing? Is it not worth doing?
So tomorrow is a big day. Tomorrow we've got Treasure Trove.
Oh happening. Yeah. Treasure Trove tomorrow. Don't forget we got people on. I still got to write down the ones from my stream last Thursday. Mm-hmm. Thanks, Skipper. I totally forgot about that, to be honest. And what are we on now? 15th. So you're with us tomorrow then, Skipper. Is that right?
Yes, I will be.
Oh, cool. Neil's going to come up as well, because he's going to be like a guest. He's going to be doing some trivia, showing his comics, talking about his collection, hopefully. And that'll be pretty. I know if anybody wants to ask anything, of course, or if you want something to talk about your collections in the chat, please feel free to do so. It's not always about me or Skipper. We want to hear about what you like to do.
Absolutely.
And we absolutely really appreciate you guys coming out. We love it. And
tell your friends, tell your family, get them out to come visit us.
Yeah, even if you've got goldfish.
Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, take care, Lady Brabin. It's really great having you on. Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter. I hope to get together with you when I get down to Vegas the next time. That'd be a lot of fun.
You take care, Lady Brabin. Thank you so much for all your support. Absolutely wonderful of you. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough.
And congratulations, Alexander. You actually made it up on the live chat.
Yep. Finally. I've been wanting to do because obviously I bought some coins, and I've been wanting to do a video on it, and it's itching me to do it, to show you, to feature them, but I want to do the video first. And obviously with the internet being as awful it is over here at the moment, and obviously it's quieting down now, so this is actually a good time. Tomorrow it might be okay, it might cut out, it might not, I don't know. But I still got videos still being checked in my things. It's like still checking and processing, and that was a week ago. So
so I guess all we have now is we get to look forward to tomorrow.
yeah, I mean, my whole point, I got the point is right here to share. Itching. And I've got my, obviously I didn't do any card packs Saturday because there was none delivered. And I've got card packs to undo. Yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Well, that gives us more stuff to do tomorrow.
If I don't open a box, means then I don't do a video.
Good gravy. That's huge.
Oh, there's more than that. Skipper, there's more than that. They're hiding boxes, way back since last year, as in it's not even opened yet. There's still plenty to be done yet. I've sort of went off it now because that's what I'm saying. I'm busy doing. I've got a source. For them at the moment, and I'm sort of hitting it hard with them.
Well, yeah, I'll let you know, Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, when we're heading down.
I will show you this quickly. I put out a new design the other day. I can't put another design out because for some reason, as I said, the internet's really poor. Hopefully they've still got them up. Because I noticed the other day is that the store took down 2 of my designs, even though they're my designs. And I raised awareness of it. I done this the other day, and there is. I don't know if you can see that.
That's with the stamps. Cool.
And that's the old £1 coin there with the it's a city £1 coin, round £1 coin with the Irish Northern Ireland flag. There we go. That's the design of it. I've got an order something off of here, by the way. What else is there? Where is? Do you know? I don't actually go into the store myself on here. I should really. It's so confusing. Because it's got loads of 101 products. So yeah, I don't have any control of the prices. They are set by whoever sets them. And
yeah.
Oh, they've got it. Oh, they got it for this design then, not for my other design. And I'll tell you what, I do like that cup. And I'll be doing more.
Very cool.
Takes a while to get the obviously to make the designs. So I do the designs and I just send it over and they just pack it where it goes.
Right.
Where here you go, Alex.
there's something that I don't understand, right? When they done the new pound coin, why did they stop doing what they did with the £2 coins? Why did they stop putting designs on them? So there's the same design on every one new £1 coin, but they used to put the designs on the old £1 coin. They put all the different designs on them. Why don't they just do that with the new pound coin? With the new pound coin, why is it
You'll have to ask the mint people that one.
I don't understand that. That totally baffles me. Why why that happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because of the new round, because in 2050 now, if you see eBay or anything like that, there's a lot of confusion. There's another round £1 coin which never went into circulation. Okay, and that's obviously got all the flowers on there. But when the transition from going to the new shape £1 coin, now that had to get out there. So that's obviously got all the flowers from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales to go onto the coin. And they were already produced back in 2016.
Right.
So, and even though they come out in 2017, people were saying they're errors. And they're not going to put a new design on there until all the pound coins are done properly and out there. They're going to put the national symbol on there first. You know, the national flowers, whatever the design is. And with the £2 coins, there's none made for circulation for the next 10 years. Well, it'll be 8 years now. So they stopped in 2020. So you will get them in sets. Just what I don't understand is why Christopher Ironside's daughter complained many years ago. When they stopped doing a coin, they should stop doing it for the date, not just to make money on the shields and the designs. You will not find a circulated 2p from 2020 until in 10 years. So what's that? Until 2030. People are breaking them out in sets and saying, "Oh, look what I found in circulation." Again, with the £2 coins. So £2 and 2p is not in circulation at all for the next 10 years.
I don't. It's like you're saying about that. I won't break. See, like a proof set as an American proof set, unless that packaging is damaged. That's the only time I'll break.
That's me as well. If
it's a set, I'll leave it as a set. I wouldn't split it, because to me that's ludicrous. As splitting it up, taking the whole thing apart just to get as in a dime or whatever out it. I don't see the point in that.
Well, with my coins, I went to the store. This is going back a few years ago, and someone has obviously broken out at some point recently. Going back then, I mean, it was a 1986 set, but it was broken out. It was obviously someone's had it for a while and broken it out and used it for change. But the only coin in there, and the shopkeeper, when I bought something, the shopkeeper gave me the coins, and he must have thought it might have been an Isle of Man or a Jersey coin or whatever coin, or and thought, "Yeah, young man, you don't need to doing." And I saw it. It's the most shiniest coin, stuck out like a sore thumb, and I knew exactly what coin that was. And it was a 1986 20p. And even though it's only in a proof set, okay, I still class that now as a circulated coin because I got it in circulation. And that's what people do. When I used to go around like the car boot sales or the flea markets, I used to look for broken up sets. So that way I didn't have to, I don't want to break a set up, and that's why I did it.
Hey guys, I got to call it quits for tonight.
Oh man.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not feeling very well.
No, I got a dicky stomach as well. That's probably why I've been a bit quiet, to be honest. Not normally.
We'll take up the conversation again tomorrow. I'm curious to
Yeah.
hear more.
Thank you, Skipper, for having us up. And Alex, great to see you. Lady Bravin, Las Vegas Urban Treasure Hunter, Boot, Bout Loop, Cartoon Universe, and everyone. It's lovely to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me and Skipper tonight.
Yeah.
And Alex as well.
Thanks,
And,
guys.
I will see you all tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
You take care, Skipper. Have a good night, my